How we started?
Okay. Well, okay. Look. Okay. What I'll do is, I'll say
The intro. You go, Badger Tank. Hello, welcome.
No, we'll have a team tune. We'll be like, Badger Tank, Badger Tank. We're talking Badger Tank, Badger Tank, podcast time, Badger Tank. Podcast. Maybe that should be the start.
Alright, hello guys.
Hello. Are we going with? We're going with that. Okay,
Yeah,
we're going with that.
Yeah, we're going with that. Soldier, what have you been playing lately?
Oh, shut up, Willie. Okay, so right, if we're taking that as the intro, then I better explain a bit. Okay, we were going to we've been trying to come up with a format for the podcast, and we were going to originally say, "What have you been playing lately?" But there's two important things. We've been gone for 6 months, and E3 just happened, so we can, Willie, and this is up to you now, because I don't give a shit. We can talk about the games and shit we did in that 6 months.
Frothing at the mouth for this conversation for 6 months. We've been holding on to it, especially the last week, because there's been so much E3 stuff.
Yeah, well,
no, let's just get right into E3. I want to start bashing the Expo.
Bashing the X-Bone.
Bashing the Expo.
Bashing the X-Bone. Yeah, okay, look, I'll just explain briefly. The 6 months, if you saw the video where I said we're back and blah, 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 I had hardware issues and we're back now. In the 6 months since we were gone, we played Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 and cleared them all in a day. And that's about all we did. We also played BioShock Infinite, but that's a conversation for another time.
Well, it might be later on in this.
Maybe later on in this, Well, that's another time, Willie. That's not right now. So,
in the distant future.
But right now, it is Friday. It is Friday. E3 has just happened the last couple of days, and as Willie rightly said, we're gonna bash the X-Bone. So, Willie, do you want to start? Because you were very opinionated about this. Well,
right, I used to be a console player. I used to play PlayStation 3 the whole time, and then I got fed up with it. I don't know, the games were okay and everything, but I just wanted to do my own thing, so I built a PC, blah blah. I've been PC gaming ever since. I haven't looked back. I don't really care a huge amount about consoles, but I gotta say I love E3. All the new games and stuff like that, and then when E3 comes on and on the special year of the console releases like the PS3 and the original Xbox and stuff, it just, I don't know, they're the best E3s. They're just, everyone's killing each other, and it's awesome. It's an onslaught of death everywhere.
Oh, it takes me back to the good old days when we used to burn developers at the stake at E3. But I agree. It's the E3s where they released consoles are always the best. They're just because they're insane. It's like in 2006 when Sony came out and said we're going to have a media machine, and everybody was like, "No, no,
it's going to be 600 quid." What?
Middle fingers. That was that. But anyway, sorry. Continue. You had a bit more. Or did you?
Yeah, no, I have a bit more, but I don't know. Xbox is, or I should probably say Microsoft. Yeah, it's all Microsoft.
It's all
Microsoft. I swear to God, as soon as this gaming platform can move off Windows, I'll be there. As soon as Linux can take over properly, I'll be there, because Windows and Microsoft, they have views of where PC gaming should be, or not. They don't care about PC gaming at all. They have views about where Windows should be going. They want to close off the system altogether. Windows 8 is pretty much that. If they're trying to close it off, but they can't at the same time. Now, I actually like Windows 8. I don't have a huge amount of problem with it, but I can see where they're going, and it's not good. But the Xbox, oh my God, they've literally killed their consumers.
They've killed their consumers. Well, the new Xbox now injects you with SARS and AIDS.
They have literally killed their consumers.
They've killed their consumer base, I think you mean.
Yeah, the consumer base. Customers. The customers.
Yeah.
I think Sony have one way of going about it, and Microsoft have another way of going about it. Microsoft are kind of, I seen this explanation on Reddit one of the times, and I thought it was the best explanation of it. And Microsoft are after the content providers. They want to please the content providers. From any services, TV, Netflix, to all the gamers. They don't want. I presume publishers have been on about them saying, "Look, we want to stop this secondhand sale kind of crap, and we want to try and make money off it." That kind of way. So Xbox have kind of said, "Right, okay, we'll do that. We'll please you." And they're after the content providers. They're trying to make the content providers happy, in the line that the more content they will have, the more consumers they will have, or the more customers they'll have on Xbox. And I can see that line of view. And then Sony are going the complete opposite. They want to make the customers happy, the actual customers happy, and they don't give a shit about the content providers. I wouldn't say they don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, see, on that, like I said, in 2006, Sony, it was 2006. Yeah, it was 2006. Or if not, whatever year it was, Sony did say at E3, like, they had, like, the PS3, we want to be the media box. We want it to be the center of your room. But they did the same thing then, you know? They kind of learned their lesson, and now Xbox is kind of...
Yeah, this is completely definite role reversal here. So, like, I'm not making Sony out to be the good guy. So, Sony have completely turned a 180 in the last week or two. Like, I don't think anyone was expecting what they were going to do.
Well, yeah, because there was an awful lot of hearsay about like, people were after the terrible Xbox One reveal. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you? Anyway, after
where you got?
I'm right here.
Done this thing again with Mumble.
check your VAC line 1.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No.
1 sec, folks. Sorry, so we just had a bit of a technical issue there. And I was saying about the terrible reveal of the Xbox One when they started talking about all the TV stuff. Now, people were saying then that there was a lot of hearsay about what Sony would do, because people could then saw what the Xbox One was about. You know, they had, like, the DRM, the 3 operating system thing, the not being able to sell used games, that sort of thing. And people were then saying, like, oh, everybody's putting Sony out to be the good guy in this, but we haven't seen what they're doing yet.
Yeah.
But now that E3 has come and gone, like, you saw that 20-second video Sony did on used games.
That's
like,
genius.
Step 1. Sharing the game. Here you go. Thanks. Like, that was just, what a bitch slap to Microsoft. That was.
I was on Reddit at the time, and the first post was like, "Shots fired! Shots fired!"
Yeah.
Xbox down.
It was. That was just amazing. Because, like, what's the Xbox thing? It's you can share a game with one person, and they have to be in your Xbox Live friends list for 30 days or more. 30 days or more. I know people I'd lend a game to that I'm not friends with on Xbox Live simply because they don't connect to the internet. Now, these are people, that's a moot point. I wouldn't be able to lend these people a game anymore because they would have to connect to the internet. Sure, whatever. But that just means that they're going to have a PS4 instead. You know?
Yeah, why would you bother as a customer? Why would you bother buying an Xbox? Unless, as I was saying, unless Xbox starts bringing in a whole lot of content that PS4 doesn't have or cannot get.
But I just don't see it happening, because, like,
I don't know.
There's the patching thing.
Yeah, they're excluding all the indie devs.
Yeah.
Well, this is a new thing for Sony too, because on the PS3 they charge for. As far as I'm aware, they charge for every patch.
They did, yeah.
On Sony. So this is a role reversal on PS4 as well. So whatever they were doing with PS3, they stopped it. They said, "Look, you can have free patches, whatever. Just get your games on PS4."
I'm convinced Sony learned the power of indies when Journey came out, because Journey became a system seller for the PS3. Yeah. In fact, I want a PS3. I don't have one, and I never bought one because I never liked it, and the only exclusives I wanted to play were God of War. And in fact, I played God of War 3 that time.
Gear.
The Metal Gear as well, but that's becoming less and less exclusive.
Oh, and the Last of Us. That's I really want to play.
Well, you see, I mean, originally, the only ones I wanted to play were God of War, Metal Gear. Yeah. But now, like, I really want to get the console for, like, there's Demon's Souls, there's Journey, like Metal Gears. But they're all third-party games. You know, if they're to come out on anything else, I'll be sound. The only system sellers that they can actually get now on the current PS3 are, like, for me would be like, you know, total exclusives, like Journey, you know, and like God of War. But now the way they're doing it for indies is indies don't have to pay to patch. It was like something like 10K a patch.
Yeah,
they had to pay Sony and Microsoft, and now they don't have to do that with Sony.
Like Rocket from DayZ, he was on. I think it was today or yesterday or something like that. He was on about someone asked him a question about consoles, and before this, I never heard him on about. There was a mention of consoles that maybe it might come to consoles at some point or the other, but now it sounds fairly definitive that Rocket he really wants to bring it out on PS4 because of not on Xbox, because you have to be a publisher.
Yeah,
you have to be under a publisher to actually publish the fucking game on.
Yeah,
Xbox.
You linked me that what was it, Oddworld Inhabitants saying that they've successfully sold 2 million copies of their games on PC, self-publishing. Yeah, they've completely self-financed their games. Yet they're not good enough.
You can't publish your own game.
You can't publish your own game. You need a publisher. You're not good enough.
Yeah, it's retarded. But so there's that, and then the whole patching thing. Which, let's face it, for DayZ, you're going to have a lot of patches. It's a buggy game. It's
like the standalone might be a bit more streamlined than the mod was, because like to be fair, the mod was working on Arma 2, but like come on, it's still going to have a bunch of patches, and if that was 10 grand a patch, like they're charging for Xbox, like come on, like what you're going to end up spending 100,000 like on 10 patches or whatever. Or will you get like a discount in bulk? Can you pay up front? I think I'll be patching the game 9 times this year. Can I just pay you like 80 grand up front there? I'm like, no, sorry, you're gonna have to pay us the full 90. You know, I'd like
and a blowjob
and a blowjob. Well, it's not called the X-Bone for nothing. But yeah, it's crazy. It just, I don't understand anything Microsoft are doing. Like, they said they had, 15 exclusives, and 8 were new IP. But the great thing about the majority of those exclusives is that they just mean console exclusive. Like, a lot of those games will end up coming to PC.
There's 1 or 2 of the games that they were including that will be coming to PC anyway.
And there's that
it's the same for PlayStation 2. There's the odd game that'll be on PS3 exclusively, but be coming out for PC too.
Yeah. But there was that what was that Tom Clancy's The Division, was that touted as an exclusive?
Oh, that game's sexy.
I know it's sexy, but was that an exclusive?
It's both Xbox and PS4. But they did not say anything about PC.
But then a petition started, which we both signed, and then a day later, after signing the petition, they come out with this thing. It's like, well, we didn't say anything about any other systems.
They still haven't confirmed it or anything.
Yeah.
But I think they've done the same thing with Watch Dogs last year, and Watch Dogs is coming to PC, so it's probably the same thing.
Well, they've been doing the same thing with GTA 5 for ages. They haven't said it's going to be on PC.
Yeah, the thing with GTA 5 is the last GTA 4 came out a year after the console GTA 4. Like, you don't want that happening either.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, fair enough, you get to play it at some stage, but I don't want to fucking wait a year to play Watch Dogs.
Yeah, me neither. Well, like I'm going to end up buying a PS4 this time round. Like I missed out on PS3.
That's the thing. That's the thing, right? All this console stuff. I'm still not really that interested in buying a console. Like, right, the PS3 it's not backward compatible, so you lose your catalog of games.
Well, I don't have anything on the PS3. But I'm just saying, like me personally.
Games what's going to happen with the PS5?
But you see what I was about to say was, from what I hear, the PS Plus thing is going to, because you have to pay for that now, like Xbox Live. But we all know that PS Plus has been very, very good. It's been giving you games for free. Now the account can be migrated, from what I've heard. Now don't quote me on this for sure, but your account can be migrated to PS4. So your PS Plus account is the same account.
I don't know if you get all the free games and stuff that you have.
I don't know if you will.
I don't think that will be possible.
Look, I'm just going to get a PS4. I'm going to get a PS3 and I'm going to get a PS5. I'm going to get every console because I collect consoles. And I want all the consoles regardless. I just want them, even if it's just a display piece. I want them all.
This is the thing. Like, I have my beautiful PC here.
Me too.
With my about 200 games on it, and I don't have to. When I upgrade my PC, I don't have to buy the game again. You know.
Well, yeah, sure. Like, like this is the thing.
And-
I was
and
actually
as well-
talking. I was talking with a friend about this, and I was saying I find it weird that Microsoft are being so closed off about things, because the way the rest of tech looks like now, this leads into there was. Remember, I was talking to you earlier about the tablet integration with an awful lot of games we saw there, like Watch Dogs, Battlefield 4,
yeah, Jesus
Division.
Christ.
Now this leads into that. Tech looks like it's going towards a one system kind of thing. Not necessarily a one operating system, but you're just going to buy the game and then any system you have will be able to run, if not the whole game, an aspect of it.
Yeah, an aspect of it, like a map or something.
Yeah, like I think the tablet thing is too gimmicky. I don't think.
Yeah, I think
it
it is
seems
too.
like the kind. It's like in I don't know if you ever played it, but Mario Galaxy on the Wii.
Yeah.
You could have a second player who was able to like control this dot on the screen that could shoot star bits at stuff, and it's the kind of thing you just give to like a child.
Yeah.
While you're playing the game, it's like, oh, here, you can help. Yeah, you're helping. Yeah, woo. Like, that's all that is.
That's it. Why would I, on, let's say, Battlefield 4, do the commander thing and be firing off bombs when I could go on the computer and just play the game?
Well, like, I don't see why you can't just do that in game. I mean, look at Natural Selection 2. Look at Nuclear Dawn. Look at I think Primal Carnage. Does that? I don't know. There's plenty of games out there at the moment which have a commander role but are still first-person shooters. Like Natural Selection 2 does it very, very well. Like,
I'm not talking about that. It's just like. Yeah,
But I'm just saying, like,
why would I need to go on the fucking tablet?
but
I
that's-
can do it in game too.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like these games already do it in game. You don't really need the tablet. Now, the way they showed it with like the Division looked pretty cool, because they had like a guy come in a UAV and he was able to mark enemies and he was able to lay down covering fire from the air, and like that's kind of cool. But at the same time, why can't I just do that from a PC? Why do I don't know. Look, we're probably like missing out on this because we're desktop users and this is focused on tablet users.
I think a lot of it too was concept. I think they were showing it, but it's not actually anywhere near working as it like should be either.
Well, if history is anything to say, like a lot of that may not actually be full real time. Like remember when the PS3 came out first, and I think it was like Dirt 1
definitely.
or Motocross or something like that,
Sure.
and it was like, yeah, it's real time, and then it's pre-rendered. Killzone trailer, real time, no, it's pre-rendered. Like,
Sure, the Xbox, the Xbone at E3 was run on a Windows 7 computer with like a GTX 700 series. Like the hardware of an Xbox isn't even a Nvidia card. It's an ATI. Like what?
yeah.
And not to make, like the specs of the PC aren't even similar to the I don't know. It's completely lost on me.
And I have to say as well, do you see the video of where what's guy's name? It's like Jason Spencer or something like that. He's the Xbox guy who came out and said, so the Xbox is going to be at $499, €499 and £429, and just like nobody says a thing. And then like the same video, it cuts to the PlayStation guy going, PS4 is going to be $399, and then everybody's losing their shit. Like, and then cuts back to the Xbox stage, and like nobody's cheering still. And then they're like, okay, let's start that again, because he fudged his words a bit. It was brilliant. I would hate to be that guy.
I think everyone kind of wanted to see Sony win because of all the stuff that they've been hearing about Xbox lately.
Well,
so
I think Xbox, well, Microsoft have been doing kind of the same thing that EA have been doing the last while. Remember, like a while back, before
the assholes,
we had Activision and EA, and they were both evil as fuck. And
they're
then
still are.
Activision just kept their mouths shut, whereas EA kept putting their foot in their mouth constantly. And it's the same with Xbox here. It's like Sony might have like some really draconian DRM things going to happen. Like from the sounds of it, EA aren't getting rid of online passes, which means Sony probably scrapped an online DRM thing soon before E3 because EA were like.
I thought EA announced a couple of weeks back that they were getting rid of the online
They
pass.
did, but I heard
themselves.
something. See. This is the theory.
Maybe.
This is the theory, because they said they weren't going to make anything for Wii U as well, and I don't think it's not just because nothing's selling. The Wii U's not selling. It's because if the Xbox One and the PS4 were going to have like that online DRM that the Xbox One has and the PS4 doesn't now. Like, if they both required you to like have a new copy of a game to play, then EA wouldn't need their online passes. Now, Nintendo have said we're not doing that sort of stuff. I think the best way to stop people reselling games, as Reggie Fils-Aimé said there the other day, was make really good games that people don't want to sell. And EA are just like, nah, we're going to throw out what any tripe we want, and we don't want people to resell them because we want to still technically own it all. So I think they got rid of the online passes because somebody in Sony probably said, yeah, we're going to have some online DRM. And then they saw the Xbox reveal, and then they were like, oh my god, everybody hates this. Okay, this is how we become the white knights of the industry. Get rid of that fucking plan there now. Screw EA. We don't need EA. They need us. You know, so Sony, like, if they had that, okay, fair enough, they were cuntish, but they got rid of it, which at least is something. It may not be the case that is how it went down, but I like to think it is because, come on, you know.
I like to think that it was a last minute jobby on Sony.
Yeah, I even think the PlayStation was even a bit more expensive.
Like, 10 minutes beforehand. Nanoki Marishui was saying to Shinobi or something. Whatever the Sony execs. I mean, horribly racist, but anyway.
Yeah, you are. Shinobi. Shinobi, CEO of Sony Japan. I believe we should sell PS4s at $399. I also believe in revenge for my clan.
He's like, whoa, what's the crack? Did you hear Xbox thing lately? They were $599. Oh, yeah. We'll do it for $499. So this is like 5 minutes before the conference.
I know. I really do think like only a few days before I reckon they decided to change it. 'Cause I reckon it was more expensive because like PS4 sounds like the better machine at the moment because it's got like 8 gigs of DDR5.
Yeah,
you know, it seems to have the better graphics processor.
Yeah, it has a slightly better graphics card, and
it's got one dedicated operating system, whereas the Xbox has like 3. It's got 3 of them. It's got one for the streaming stuff. It's got one for games, and it's got one
Connect
for like it's probably. And as far as I know, like the gaming OS can only use half the cores. So
and not it can use like 5 gigs of RAM, whereas Sony's PS4 can use 6 or 7 or something. I'm not sure. There's less system RAM for Sony's console than there is for. I don't know. There's more system RAM. Sorry.
Yeah, like PS4 just seems everything just seems better. Like literally everything, and it's a shame because. I was about to say, I enjoyed the Xbox 360. I have an Xbox 360, but it's like my 4th Xbox 360. So, no, actually thinking about it, I didn't enjoy the Xbox 360. I enjoyed a couple of the games on it, but fuck the Xbox 360.
Yeah. But I still won't buy a PS4. Anyway, right. What are you
I ain't gonna buy a PS4. I like the console gaming experience sometimes. You know, like I've got an X-Pad for my PC, but it's just not the same. Like, you know, I like to sit about and have a few people around. Like a big thing I used to play on the 360 was Trials HD, and that was the kind of thing that me and my friends we'd sit around, and you know, everybody'd have their own tactic for doing a level, and you know, we're not actually multiplayer gaming, but it's one of the best multiplayer experiences. Even though you're not playing each other or anything, but everybody has a go, and you know, you eventually get the level done. It's like, woo, like that sort of thing's cool. And I find I can't really do it with my PC because I don't know, there's just too many restrictions. It just doesn't feel the same, you know.
Yeah, I'm not saying a definite no. I'm not going to buy it. I could be pushed into buying it, I think. But I don't know. I suppose it depends on the games. If there's any more exclusive games to PS4, I'd probably go with it. But if there's games that'll be coming out on PC as well.
Anything that comes out on the PC, like if I want the game and it's out on both like a PS4 and the PC, I'll probably get it on the PC because it just makes more sense. Like I'm so invested in the PC as it is. But if something exclusive comes out, like you know, whatever.
Then like there's stuff like if DayZ goes to PS4 and a couple of my friends end up getting a PS4, but they're not completely inclined on gaming on PC.
There you go.
Like I've harassed them to get DayZ on the console. And
that'd be a downloadable title too. It'd be a nice budget title.
Apparently, you can use mouse and keyboard for any game on PS4 as well. But I don't know. That could be a rumor as well.
I would hope so at this point.
That would be good.
I mean, come on, like consoles, even now on the current generation, the PS3 and the Xbox 360, we have regular USB ports.
Yeah.
Why the fuck can't we just use...
There's a game or two that can use keyboard and mouse on PS3, but just not all of them. I don't know why. It's a bit silly, but anyway.
Another sweet thing about the PS4, and this is making me more inclined to buy a Vita as well. All games will inherently support remote play on the Vita.
That's good.
That is fucking fantastic. Well, I haven't been... Like, I bought the PSP when it came out first. The very first PSP with the UMDs, not the PSP Go or whatever the fuck it was with the digital. I have the old PSP. It's in my drawer here. I haven't played it in a while. I bought it specifically for, like, Monster Hunter and Dissidia. Final Fantasy Dissidia. And I played those heavily, and I enjoyed it a lot. It was a great little console. You know, lovely feel to it.
Yeah.
And it looks nice. The Vita looks nice as well, but I've never been inclined to buy one up until Soul Sacrifice came out. And, like, it looks really good. So I'm like, yeah, Soul Sacrifice. But what's the point of me buying it if I've got nothing else? With the inherent remote play of all games, like,
you
won't need
any
to...
PS4 games.
Yeah, any PS4 game.
While you're on the toilet.
All of a sudden, boom, I've just... And if like, my saves sync properly, like, if they're actually... Like, you know, like Steam, how you've got your cloud saves and whatnot.
Yeah.
If you're getting that properly with the PS4 and the Vita, I don't know if it needs to use cloud or if you...
I presume to be, with PS Plus you'll have some form of cloud.
Well, they own Gaikai, like, surely.
Yeah.
Surely they can do
that. I think that Gaikai thing is one of those things that Sony is going to promise, but it'll end up being... not as good as they imagined. I really don't think they'll pull that off.
Well, like, on Live, everybody was like, oh, it's the next big thing. And it's like, who's this really for? Because anybody who's, like, seriously into gaming is not going to be playing, like, on that. Because, like, input latency and stuff. Like, I don't even like input latency on modern TVs. I've got an old CRT for most of my consoles. I don't even like that kind of input latency, let alone input latency on... And I suppose it's for people with shittier machines, but... I don't know, if you're going to have a dodgier version of the game for people with shittier machines, surely they're not going to keep playing because the game will be inherently harder for them. So...
But if I was buying a PS4, probably the first game I'd want to play, there's no really game that's taken an interest in me.
There's no game that's taken an interest in you, eh?
Damn it.
And you've been trying so hard. You look so pretty lately.
Yeah, that I'm very interested in, and the only game I really want to play is The Last of Us from Naughty Dog.
Yeah, I really
but I can't play it on a PS4.
Don't worry, we have friends with PS3s.
They might release a HD pack or something.
Yeah, well, it looks pretty good as it is. I mean,
I think it looks savage.
I don't think they need to release HD packs from current gen, like modern current gen stuff.
To put it up to 1080p, it's only going to be 720p.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so you got that.
Yeah, fuck 720p.
What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah. But I forgot all about that. I'm too used to my 1080.
Fuck me, console 720. Oh my god.
30 FPS is locked. Oh.
We're used to 1080, 60 frames a second.
60 frames per second minimum.
Yeah.
God. Like, when I got Dark Souls there and I installed the DS fix. The first time, it was easy. It was nice and easy. But the first time I was playing it, I forgot to up the frame rate. Because the frame rate stays locked at 30, but if you, in the config file, set it to 1, it unlocks it and locks it at 60, which is grand. But the first time I was playing it, I played most of the game with it at 30, and I had forgotten about it. And then when I reinstalled it there after getting my new SSD, I unlocked the frame rate, and I started playing the game. I was like, holy shit, this is unnatural. It is way too smooth. Like my guy should look weighty and kind of framey. What is happening? Yeah. So yeah.
So what's the most interesting game you've played in the last 6 months?
Well, you want to talk about BioShock?
And you're gone.
I'm still here. I'm still here, Willie. You can hear me. I know you can. So, actually, before we talk about interesting games I played in the last 6 months. we didn't talk properly about the release game, the games that we've seen from E3. We mentioned a little bit.
Okay.
Willie, what are the games that give you the bone?
From the E3.
From the E3.
The Tom Clancy one. What is it?
Division.
The Division. Disheartened?
The Disheartened.
The Division. Okay. Definitely. The Division is game of E3 for me.
Really?
It looks cool.
It does.
Well, there's I don't. Yeah, maybe it kind of maybe ties with a few other games. The Witcher 3 looks really good, but I don't know if I'll play it.
Oh, I'll definitely play The Witcher 3. I just installed the first one again because I've played the first one many times, but I've never finished it because I get about halfway through and I'm like, God, I need a break. This story is really heavy, and then I never go back. And then when I get back to it again, I have to start again because I've forgotten all the story. So I have a save about halfway through the game. I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to get The Witcher 2. I'm going to finish that. Witcher 3 looks fucking amazing. If they can pull off the Skyrim-sized world, or, well, it's meant to be bigger than Skyrim, as they say. If they can pull off that size of world, but with a story that's as good as The Witcher 1, because The Witcher 1 is pretty good. Like,
sorry, go on.
It'd be, it will give me the bone.
I hope they have a straightforward story, though. I hope they don't go the Skyrim about the way about doing the story, or like that is completely open. I hope that there's I know it's an open world, but I hope it's. I prefer a straightforward story.
Well, no, they're meant to be, though. That's the point. They're meant to be having, like, a linear story with options, but you can just ignore it. And apparently, if you ignore it, like, eventually that will have ramifications, too. Like, if you completely stay out of the story, like, this, I don't know if this is part of the game now. This is just, if you go off and do your side quests and, like, do, like, side quests, like, 50, 60 hours, that could translate to, I don't know, maybe somebody getting into power that wouldn't have got into power if you had done the main quest, and then you'll get hunted down, maybe? Or something like that.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, that could be really interesting. Like, you could play through the main quest, and then, like, okay, I've done the main quest now, I'll go back and start again, but I won't do the main quest at all and see what happens. And, you know, that's pretty good. Like, the Witchers have always had a bit of replayability because of the different options you do. Like, especially in Witcher 2. Witcher 1, the options don't make that much a difference. But Witcher 2, like, I think you miss out on, like, 8 hours of a different place near the start, depending on the decision you make. So, it sounds...
Well, I kind of got, like, halfway through Witcher 2, and then I got stuck, and I for some reason, I didn't play it again. I might go back to it at some point. But
but you're not a big RPG fan anyway.
I'm not really. But, yeah, I have to say Witcher 3 is taking my interest. It looks amazing. It looks absolutely stunning. I was just after watching a video actually before we came on here as one of the GameSpot E3 videos, and they were interviewing. They were. No, actually, it was Revision, and the guy that was talking about it, he was just an interviewer, but he wasn't talking to anyone. He was just talking about The Witcher 3, and at the end of the thing, CD Projekt's new project.
CD Projekt's new project, which Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk, yes, Cyberpunk. Yeah. He said we asked about Cyberpunk, but they were very tight-lipped. They wouldn't say anything apart from that it was exclamation marks fucking awesome.
you saw that fucking teaser, didn't you? Remember the teaser?
The teaser is awesome. Yeah.
Oh my god, that teaser's so good.
It's like pre-rendered. You don't know what the actual.
I don't give a fuck. It's an amazing teaser. Yeah. The music just works so well with. I don't like that kind of music myself, but it just works so fucking well. Great.
That's a game I'm looking forward to. But it's like what 2014 or when did they say it'll be released? Not even next year, I don't think.
2015, I think it's going to be.
Yeah,
well, like CD Projekt Red, the thing I like about them is they rather put a game out when it's done. See, this is the great thing about these indie, like they're technically indie studios, but they can self-publish. Like Valve are technically an indie studio, but they're huge now. You know, they're able to self-publish all their games, which means they can take as much fucking time as they need to get their shit right. So, like, The Witcher 3 has been in development for fucking years now, and it's looking phenomenal. Cyberpunk, we don't know much about it, but I'm just like, look, take as long as you need. Like, if you release a game early, like, that'll be a bad game, and it will be forever a bad game until it's patched poorly, and it's still a pretty bad game, but it's got some things that are a bit better now. Whereas if you spend ages working on it and get all the bugs out at the start, it's a great game from the start, you know? And I think that's the important thing. Because, like, it's like these new Assassin's Creeds, how they want one out every year. Like, that doesn't seem great to me.
Yeah, no, I'm gone completely off Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I played the first two and then stopped after that. I couldn't be arsed. It was the same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's just kind of like COD. COD is the same thing every. Now, look, I'll give Call of Duty one thing. It's very fluid. The gameplay is fucking rock solid. I can't say anything.
It'd want to be by this stage. They've iterated on it so many times. It has to be.
But even from the start, even from Call of Duty 4, before that they weren't really the same. Call of Duty 4,
they weren't. Yeah.
But like the reason why it's so popular and why everyone is playing it is because the controls are just smooth as butter.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
It's easy to get into, but it is the same thing over and over again, just reskinned and with working fish.
Hell, like I don't mind, like I don't like COD at all, and I never played them because I played some Modern Warfare 1 with you, doing the Pripyat levels. Remember when we were doing that? It was great.
Yeah,
all those years ago. But I played a bit of Modern Warfare 2 on LAN a few times, and it's okay. It's a bit of crack, but a bit of fun. But I couldn't sit and play that. I just couldn't.
Yeah, I spent hundreds of hours on Black Ops 2, and then I got
and then like Infinity Ward. It's Infinity Ward, isn't it? Yeah, it's Infinity Ward.
There's 2 or 3 different publishers. Yeah,
there's Infinity Ward and there's Treyarch.
Yeah, but Infinity Ward is pretty much gone now.
Well, what's the one that's
Treyarch? The Ghost one. It's not Treyarch.
No, that's not Yeah, that's not Treyarch. See, Treyarch kind of do. They kind of take the piss out of themselves as they're a bit tongue in cheek.
Yeah, they do Black Ops. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas whoever it is, I don't know who it is, does the other one. They are like all super serious.
Yeah, it's usually Infinity Ward that does the other one, but they all got the sack.
But wait, who's doing Ghost? So that's.
Well, it's Infinity Ward's name is there, but it's not actually Infinity Ward. Your man is called Vince Zambella, or Zambella, and he went off to another game. What's that game with the robots?
On Titanfall.
Titanfall, yeah. He went off to that game. It looks different than Call of Duty, anyway.
Definitely. Well, like the gunplay looks a bit similar, but like. It's like I like Blacklight Retribution, right? Yeah. I like Blacklight Retribution, but Blacklight Retribution is the same game as COD. It just has mechs and visors.
Speaking of it, I played Blacklight. It does not age well. Have you played it lately?
No.
I think it looks cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That only came out last year, didn't it?
I think so, yeah. But,
and that's going to PS4 as well.
Yeah, it is, yeah. I don't think it looks good at all. But anyway, yeah, sorry, keep going.
Well, that was pretty much my point. Like, Blacklight Retribution is essentially the same kind of game as COD.
Yeah.
Except, in Blacklight Retribution, everybody has a visor that can see through walls. That's amazing. Yeah. You can get robots. That's amazing. You can get, like, fucking, crazy other shit that you can't get in COD because it's a near future kind of shooter. And I love that sort of shit.
Sorry for interrupting you, but I just thought of something, and if I didn't say it now, I wouldn't think of it again.
That's grand. I was done, so go on.
Paul.
We
have to mention Paul.
Oh, Paul. Paul, if you're listening, if you're listening out there in Radioland, Paul, I know where you live. I'm coming for you. You will feel the pleasure.
We'll tell him we mentioned him in this video, but we won't tell him where exactly. So you'll have to watch the whole fucking thing. Yeah.
Oh, and Paul, if you've listened to the video up until this point, we're talking about a different Paul right now. We haven't mentioned you yet, so you gotta watch the rest.
Okay.
Right, anyway, so that's Paul out of the way. But back to Titanfall, to keep it rhyming. Titanfall. My favorite thing about the Titanfall trailer was like the jumping on the mech and ripping the hatch off and shooting in.
I thought the whole idea of that it looks like a single player game.
But apparently it is. Apparently, I don't know how true this is because I was saying to you, it looks like a single player Blacklight, and you were like, that's multiplayer. I was like, no fucking way. Apparently, it's meant to be like a seamless transition kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're meant to be going as single player, and then boom, you're multiplayer now all of a sudden.
I don't know. I think it's a constant. I think it's a multiplayer only game. So, well, maybe there's something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I haven't looked too deep into it. I've been interested by other stuff.
As far as I know, it's a multiplayer only game, and that everything that you've seen was multiplayer. But I suppose there could be kind of like cutscenes or maybe bits that are single player that merge it in like a lobby or something.
Yeah, I've heard there is some single player to it, and I don't know if that's just there's like a single player. If there's like a single player story kind of thing, because like the way I kind of thought of it at first is like, you know how you've got like these scripted events as you're going through a single player story, and you'll end up in like an arena shootout bit where like guys will attack you, like Warframe there. Remember Warframe? You'd be going along doing we'd be doing a mission and we'd kill a couple of guys, and then we get to a big ass room and like 40 guys would appear, and we'd have to kill all 40 guys to continue on in to open doors. Well, the way I understood Titanfall was that you'd be doing a single player bit, and all of a sudden you'd come to a part, and then it'd be a multiplayer bit. And everybody there would be on opposing side. I don't know. I don't know.
That's kind of the way the thingy is working too for the Bungie. What's it called? Their
Destiny.
New game. Destiny. Did you see the video for Destiny?
I didn't see Destiny.
Oh, you should watch the video.
I've seen the screens. I'll have a look. Yeah, I'll have a look.
It looks schmexy.
Well, it's coming to PC, so it's going to look even sexier there. So
yeah, that's true. I'm sure it probably was running on a PC, but anyway.
It probably was. So what else anyway? Like anything else other than shooters? There was an awful lot of shooters this year. Cause like I don't think there's like it's the majority of like the new stuff on the new consoles is shooters. Like not counting Nintendo stuff now, but like the majority of stuff was shooters. Cause you got like Halo teased, you got.
There was an interesting game for the Xbox One. Xbox. What was it called? I don't know if it's actually. I think it's coming out on PC as well. It was a create your world kind of thing. It was kind of
Spark or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
it sounded interesting.
It sounds like Little Big Planet, except not as complicated as Little Big Planet, but with far more functionality than Little Big Planet. So like you can't change how the thing looks as much, but you can change how like you're meant to be able to make games with it. So you can like make a game and put it online, like people used to do with Little Big Planet.
You could use your tablet with it too, Jared.
Look, the less I have to use that tablet, the fucking better. Okay? The tablet's fine for when I'm on a bus and I want to throw some birds at some pigs. That's
well, actually, the tablet bit, that might actually make sense because, like, you could just create your world and stuff. It might be easier. I don't know. It might be easier than using a controller. I don't know, maybe.
At the same time, it's like the Xbone seems like too close the fucking system to have that kind of game on. You know?
Yeah. Like you literally can create your own games in that, but it looks better than Little Big Planet. It looks way better than Little Big Planet.
But you'd have less control over how things look. You'll like have a certain amount. Well, that couldn't be too bad because they could like then release DLC packs of different models, and you could use different models as long as you could download someone's game who like had those models. Like, because I could totally see. Like Microsoft or whoever is publishing that, just go, oh yeah, in order to download the games with those models, you're gonna have to pay for those models.
DLC.
Like, but I don't make games. I just download other people's.
If you want to download other people's games, you have to do DLC.
You're gonna have to be subscribed to our fuck you subscription policy,
and you have to do it by using your tablet.
And you need to download some DLC on your tablet in order to set up the subscription so that you can download the DLC for the subscription on your Xbox One. And then you need to buy a special pack of Doritos that has a code that lets you get the DLC to load the Facebook app on it. And then like the app at Facebook on Facebook.
And also on Google Plus. No wait, we don't like Google. Just Facebook.
We're going to have to. You're going to have to buy an Android phone, and you're going to have to use the Kinect to record you snapping it in half before we can let you access the premium content.
Yeah.
Like that's how I can imagine it going.
And then you literally have to jump through hula hoops.
But see, we're innovating because then you have a moral choice system.
Will we keep going with this?
We could keep going, yeah. Like,
okay. What was the actual conversation about?
We were talking about games we were looking forward to at E3. You mentioned yours. I'm gonna mention mine now.
Okay.
Like you, I am looking forward to The Witcher 3. I've been looking forward to The Witcher 3 for a long time. It looks spectacular. Very, very looking forward to Dark Souls 2. Like I mentioned before, I played a lot of Dark Souls a couple of months back, and I got very, very addicted to it for a while. Because of various reasons, I stopped playing and I never actually finished it. And I'll get back to that soon enough. People want to see that on the channel. I'll play Dark Souls.
Rubbishy port. I can't. Okay,
Dude,
the
look,
only
look,
thing
look.
they done about that port was they told you it was shit before you.
Whoa. Listen, right? The port is terrible. Fine. The port is terrible. Doesn't matter. It was fixed in minutes of the fucking thing being released.
I know.
There's a rock paper shotgun review, right, of the thing, and they say this is what they say. They're like, yeah, port is fucking absolutely terrible. The game is amazingly spectacular.
Yeah.
That's all. Like,
okay,
I'm aware.
Okay, but it was fixed in very short time after. Why couldn't they just fucking do that? Like,
look, they learned they learned their lesson. Because, like, they did, like, what? It was like 6 months they took to release the game, and then within 23 minutes, a guy had the fucking frame rate fix done. And then, like, 2 days later, there was the fucking 1080p fix. So, yeah. But, look, it doesn't matter. Dark Souls, it's just so good. And at E3, we got to see a video of Dark Souls 2. Now,
I didn't watch it, to be honest with you.
The music on it was terrible. I don't know why they picked the music they did, and I'm a little worried about Dark Souls 2 because the director who did Dark Souls 1 and Demon Souls on the PlayStation 3 is not in charge. Like, he's in like a supervision position on Dark Souls 2, but he's not in charge. And they've been talking about like greater accessibility. Now, I don't mind greater accessibility. I hope they don't like throw everything into your face, because a big part of Dark Souls for me was the fact that you're not told anything. You're told like how to play the game at the very start. There's like a very basic tutorial. It's not the best tutorial, but it doesn't matter. It's not supposed to be. You need to learn the shit yourself. But like you're not spoon-fed anything in the game. Everything you learn in that game, you fucking have to earn. So I'm a bit worried about accessibility in that sense, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want... They're trying to make it appeal more to casual players. And like, I didn't find Dark Souls all that difficult anyway. There's a couple of places that are fairly difficult until you get it down. But it's not as... I don't find it as difficult as people say. Like I said, I'm only on the new game, or normal game, so haven't played New Game Plus, no idea. But difficulty in New Game Plus. But I don't find it that hard. But the world is just... it's just stunning. It always blows my mind how I can be like standing at one point and then run for 2 hours, and then I'll be able to see the point way, way far away of me, and I was there, and it's like...
So is it open?
Now in the world.
Is it open world or what?
Oh, it's massive open world, yeah. But it's like really, really vertical. It's like up a like massive mountain and then down into like... It's like hell, and... it's fantastic. But the second one, it looks great. It looks more of the same. I just hope they do not fuck up. It's just perfect the way it is. Leave it that way. What else did I see that I'm really looking forward to? I didn't see much about any indie games, though I haven't delved too deep. We've been mostly be caught up by the big announcements. I saw a Transistor.
There's probably going to be loads of little videos that we'll come across in the next couple of days, like after E3 when everything.
I saw Transistor was there from Supergiant Games. Now, I've seen a good bit of this already. It's Supergiant Games made Bastion, which is like one of my games of 2011. It was amazing. Like, I have not had a story move me like that since I was very young. It's a very, very nice story. And their second game, Transistor, was shown at E3. It looks pretty interesting. It's like a cyberpunk RPG.
I've heard of that. Right? Yeah.
It looks pretty cool, and they've got kind of a thing like Dark Souls has going on as well. They've got like this multiplayer aspect. It's one of the best things about Dark Souls as well. Like, people can leave messages for you around the place, and you'll see their ghosts moving about the world and stuff. But they can't affect your game unless they invade.
Can they do it on a tablet? Can they do it on a tablet?
I don't know, Willie. I don't know. It's not worth anything.
No fucking shit.
In this game Transistor, you get to see the same thing. You get to see people moving about the world in their game. Yeah, but they can't affect you or anything. But it's really cool, you know. It gives you like the world is populated without it being intrusive. Like in MMOs, in an MMO, you're going around, you're trying to do your story, and if you're RPing it or whatever, you're trying to play it seriously, you know, it's grand. But then you get some guy called Knife and Boobs, who fucking runs about going lol all the time. What, knife and boobs? Where'd I pull that out of? What's on my desk? Is there boobs and a knife here? But yeah, but you know what I mean? It's like, that ruins a bit of the immersion. Whereas if you could just see their ghosts and not communicate with them, like it just adds a lot to a game. I really enjoy that kind of thing,
Yeah. Any others?
What else was there? There was a few other things, mostly stuff you saw as well, like or said as well, like the Division. The Division looks pretty good. I'm surprised you never mentioned the exploding building in Battlefield 4, Willie.
It looks awesome. It does. It really looks awesome. I really want to play Battlefield 4, but I'm ashamed at the fact that I do.
Well, look. I'll put it like this. Right? Like, I hate MMS, but fucking Battlefield is better than COD, at least in my opinion.
Well, I don't know. The DLC thing is irking me. It's horrible. I want to play it, but I don't want to buy it. No.
Oh, there is one more
I'm not
game.
talking about piracy here. Piracy on Battlefield would be useless anyway. You only buy it for the multiplayer.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to play it then. Yeah. Unless you had some very sophisticated cracks going on.
Yeah, but I know I'm looking at the multiplayer and I know that looks awesome. But I know it's all kind of set pieces at the same. Like, the bit with the tank blowing the tank into the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, you get the feeling that you could blow everything up, but I know that you probably won't be able to do that.
But at least this time, remember when Battlefield 3 was being like the same kind of event. I don't know if it was E3 or if it was PAX or whatever, but they had that massive trailer of all the tanks driving. Remember the tanks driving across the desert, and then the mad battle for that base. But that was all rendered out stuff, and we were like, at the time, it was like, that looks pretty good. But then like this that they showed at this time is actual in-game. That was actually people playing it. Now they were being very like
with the tanks,
scripted, like. But yeah, I suppose.
So it wasn't too, but like it was in-game and everything. But well, you could knock a tower down in Battlefield 3 too. There was the big tower in the middle of the thing, but I think it took quite a while to knock down or something.
Yeah, I remember that.
I'd love to.
I remember driving the truck into that, and just before I hit it, disconnecting.
I wonder if you're playing that level and you're on the skyscraper and you're in the skyscraper, can you wait there until can you go down with the building? Is there something that'll jerk you out of it or something? I don't know. We'll see when it comes out, I suppose.
Yeah. Sorry, go on.
That's the basis of it. I really want to play it, but I hate myself for wanting to play it.
There's one other thing now as well that I saw. It's I don't know if this was actually at E3. All I know is that it was teased earlier. But I don't know if you noticed there on Steam, but there lately I was playing Fez.
Yeah.
Fucking fantastic game. Loved it. Fez 2 has been teased.
Yeah.
Now, I'm very happy for that because I love the first Fez. Like, oh my god, it was so good. I didn't look up anything about the game, and there's this secret language in it, and you have to translate the language, and you're not given anything to do. You got to figure it out yourself. I figured the fucking thing out, and I just felt like such a genius when I did. And the numbers is But the second game has just been teased. The only problem I have with Fez is the guy who makes it, Phil Fish, is a dickhole. He's a complete dickhole.
I don't know much about him now.
The great thing is, well, you should watch Indie Game the movie someday. He's on that. But the Phil Fish, he had this. Okay, first, a couple of things he said that make him a dickhole. Like, I don't think he's that bad, but a lot of people hate him. But he said stuff like, "Oh, I never released Fez for PC because PCs are only for spreadsheets, and Fez is on Steam now." And he said stuff as well like, "Oh yeah, don't buy Fez from Steam or GOG because they take 30% of the cash, and I only get 70% of it. So you should be buying it directly from me." The thing is. You see Phil Fish that they're taking 30% cut because they're hosting the game on their servers and then are providing free advertising for you. So that is a very dumb point of view to take. But I think he just says
but also the fact that he dissed the PC in the first place.
I think he just says this just to fucking cause drama and get news about him. So people are like, oh, what's this Fez game? But Fez, the game itself is beautiful. It's lovely. I love the game. There's no enemies, very relaxing. If you're ever angry at something, play Fez for a bit and you'll be grand. But so Fez 2 is coming out. But Phil Fish, god damn it. But yeah, he can make a game. God,
See any of the new Dizzy footage?
I watched the 10-minute video that was at E3. It was very, very, very nice looking. I like the fact that items aren't just in the exact same place all the time anymore. You can actually look under beds and stuff. Most of the buildings are enterable. That's very nice. Vehicles aren't in yet, but they're going to be a rarer spawn than they were before.
Are they? I didn't hear that.
Oh no, sorry, no. Some vehicles are going to be a rarer spawn, but stuff like
bicycles.
Remember our van
And tricycles.
Remember the van.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Some
van.
good times.
That was a great van. That lasted for so long. But anyway, yeah, there's going to be more of those, I think, is what he was saying in the video. And also there's going to be less like 50 cal rifles and shit like that, and more civilian weaponry, which makes a lot of sense because
definitely.
like, and you can't dupe shit. Like, that's why we stopped playing as well, because we ended up completely by accident at first with a ton of duped shit, because you'd end up like there was one guy we were playing with, and this is the very first duped item we got. He had a saw, heavy machine gun, and I think he traded it to you or something. And he logged out, and half an hour later he logged back in, and he still had the saw. So we're like, oh, fucking awesome, another saw. And then this happened to all of us, and we ended up with like 6 saws. So we were like, oh, excellent.
Oh, we didn't even want that. Like,
we didn't even use them. Like, you were using the heat scope thing, weren't you? And you were using the heat scope and the fucking...
Yeah, but all the weapons we had probably came from duped players anyway, so
and like I remember there being a case where, you know, we'd be going around hunting for other people's bases, and Willie found a bunch of tents once. I was with him, and he spotted tents, and he went up and he started taking stuff out, and then he would save the tent, and I was like, what are you doing that for? And he was like, what's the point in stealing if it just respawns? Gotta save it so that it's gone permanent.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we found a video actually on YouTube of a couple of guys, they found our base and they took everything, and then we logged in and we still had everything. We're like, oh. So yeah,
I think they even ran over tents in the hall.
They did, and they all
running.
Sure, remember that one tent we had that somebody put it down and then they died, and then we were like, better not put anything in that tent, it'll disappear soon. And then the tent just would not go, and it was right in our way.
I think there's a lot of people not liking where it's going, but that it doesn't look any better than it does, if you get me. I don't know. They literally, I think Rocket and the team, they've literally gutted the engine. Because that ARM engine is it's quite complicated. Like they literally have bones in the fingers for each finger of each hand. That's how
did
complicated
you see
it is.
even like the new vault? Like, you actually vault at speed while running. You don't have to stop and then step over.
Yeah. Well,
shit like that. Like,
they've got rid of all this, like all the like little why do you need fucking 10 fingers working in action, do you know?
Yeah.
They've got rid of all the useless. Well, I wouldn't say useless, but it's good for Arma and animation.
Well, Arma is a sim. Daisy is. It's a sim light, if you know. Like, it's meant to be a sim in a way. Yeah. Like, it's meant to be a sim for the mechanics, but not for absolutely everything.
Arma, you can make your own missions and own stories and stuff like that, and it's handy having all that information for that.
Yeah, but Daisy is a specific...
Daisy doesn't need that.
Yeah.
Doesn't need any of that stuff. So they literally had to gut the engine, and everything is... A lot of stuff is running server side, so to stop the hacking and the duping and stuff like that.
I think it looks a lot nicer, though, as well. Like, the
it does. It has the whole Arma 3 sky lighting and stuff like that.
But it's not Arma 3 engine, of course.
No, it's not the Arma 3 engine. Yeah, they're giving it a bit of shit because the animations as well look a bit choppy, and they don't look. The animations don't look great, but you see the thing, like the concept of Daisy is really, really good, and I would still be playing Daisy from this time last year if there wasn't as much fucking shit.
Yeah, that's why I had to stop as well. It's just you got too fucking powerful because of duping and shit.
Yeah,
even if you didn't want to dupe anything, you ended up with stuff duped, so it got ridiculous.
So what is that E3 covered? I don't know. Is there any other games?
Nearly, pretty much. Is there anything else? I know a couple of. I know you won't care about this, but I know there's been. I'm really looking forward to this. I haven't bought a Wii U, but I've always planned to buy a Wii U because there's a couple of games that I really like that only come out on Nintendo consoles. Now, fucking Monster Hunter Like, if there's a proper Monster Hunter on the Wii U, I think there's one come out or something. But if there's a proper Monster Hunter that I can play multiplayer, yeah, totally buy a Wii U. I haven't been looking this up. I don't know for sure. But if there is one, yeah, I'll get that. I do know, however, Super Smash Bros. Wii U has been announced. And it has a couple of new characters, such as Mega Man from,
I've seen a picture of that already. Yeah.
But they've got the Wii Fit woman as one of the fighters. Yeah. But see, I love
that's a great idea.
Oh yes. Well, Wii Fit's one of the most popular games from the
fun
Wii.
Things like that. It's just not taking themselves seriously. It's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Well, like, look, they had in Brawl, they had Sonic and Snake.
Yeah.
So like, and Snake was just all explosions.
Oh yeah,
he was gas.
Metal Gear.
That we weren't missing that. I was keeping that in reserve. That was like that's the big finale. We love Metal Gear.
Damn it, I've ruined it.
Yeah, fuck you, Willie. No, I just finished. Like, I really loved Super Smash Bros. Melee. I didn't play much of Brawl because I had one of the very first generation Wiis, and Brawl came out on this thicker disc, and my Wii couldn't run it for very long. It ran it twice, and then it never ran it again. So I sold the Wii. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the new Super Smash Brothers. Super Smash Brothers is always a strong game, and I reckon it'll sell a lot of systems for the Wii U. There was a few other things that Nintendo announced that are okay, but the biggest thing for me, Super Smash Brothers. That's it pretty much from Nintendo's games. Now, yeah, Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid 5, Redemption, Creed, Assassins, Red Dead, The Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
My God.
It looks good.
Now, we were following the Phantom Pain's whole thing, like the thing with Moby Dick Studios there last year and all that stuff. But, oh man, it just, it looks amazing. It looks fucking amazing. Did you notice that Snake has a cyborg hand on it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Cyborg hand.
There was some accident in the trailers. What was it again?
No, so what happened was, in the Phantom Pain, the non-Metal Gear Phantom Pain, that it's all Metal Gear. At first, the way it started was we got told about Ground Zeroes first. Ground Zeroes, new Metal Gear, it's open world, and we saw a bit running in the engine, and we were like, oh, cool. Fox engine, looks badass. Then this game came out called Phantom Pain. The guy in it looked like Snake. He was missing his arm. And the crazy shit was happening in a hospital. And what have you. Then, like, everybody theorized, that's totally Snake.
It's not Solid, obviously. Yeah, go on.
But everybody's like, it's totally Snake. And he's been in a car crash or something. So he lost his arm. Then we all got, everybody was told the info that, it's Metal Gear Solid 5, of course, Kojima, you cheeky bitch.
I like the way you said that. Yeah, he's been in a car crash or whatever. Just like, oh, fuck, man, the amount of shit that he's gone through. He can start taking off.
Not only does he have to take out Metal Gears, but he's in a car crash, too. And he gets shot in the eye in 3. But so like he's lost his arm and he's all fucked in the Phantom Pain videos. But then we saw there at I'm telling this really badly, by the way. We saw there at E3 anyway. We get the trailer for Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain, and he has the robot arm. So everything that happens in the trailer that we've seen at E3 is completely after everything we've learned previous to the Phantom Pain. So I reckon there's like a simulation or some shit at the start of Metal Gear Solid 5. Because remember, there's that bit where he's on he's on horseback and he's shooting flaming horses, and there's that fire Volgin and there's that fire whale, and which I reckon is because they were Moby Dick Studios. Like, this game is going to be about the setup of Outer Heaven, because it does say. I'm being all over the place, but you know exactly what I mean, Willie. I'm sorry, audience, but Willie, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like I theorized that the whale in the original Phantom Pain video. And the fact that the studio was called Moby Dick Studios was about big bosses ambition, which, if you know Metal Gear 1, not Metal Gear Solid 1, but Metal Gear 1, Big Boss is in Outer Heaven setting up a nation for ex-military, like just this military nation. So I theorize that Moby Dick Studios is called so because Moby Dick is a famous, like, the white whale, the vanity or desire of man, you know, that sort of thing, and that the whole thing was going to be about Big Boss setting up Outer Heaven. And then what do we get at the end of the E3 trailer? Because in Outer Heaven, men become demons. So, yeah, it's going to be about Outer Heaven being set up. I was saying, like, the last boss could even be Solid Snake. Not the big boss Snake, but actual young Solid Snake. Yeah. And that could be, that the series could come completely full circle then.
Yeah. What do you think of Mr. Kiefer Sutherland?
I don't mind his voice. Every time he speaks, I don't think it's Snake.
Yeah, that's it. Like I watched the whole trailer, not know what I knew it was Metal Gear, obviously, but like it didn't feel kind of like Metal Gear, like the whole open world thing, and then Kiefer Sutherland, and it's just okay. Don't get me wrong, no, the game looks awesome. I think it looks really good, but
I think there's more to it. I think there's more to it because, right? See, what Kojima said first. See, Kojima's a tricksy bastard.
Yeah.
He's a tricksy bastard.
That's true.
What Kojima said first was that they want a new voice actor to grow alongside Snake as a character. Now, David Hayter already did that. David Hayter has always been the voice of Snake since Metal Gear Solid 1.
Yeah, and he was the young version of this guy.
Snake. Yeah.
And Kiefer is kind of the middle, and the other guy was the old guy in Metal Gear 4.
Metal Gear 4, that was David Hayter as well, wasn't it?
No, but what is this Snake? Is it what was he? Naked Snake? Is it or what? Fucking
oh yeah, the Snake in Metal Gear. Yeah, so the timeline goes: Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid 1,
but he was
Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 4.
He was in 4 as well at the very end of it.
I still haven't played 4, Willie. Shut up.
Yeah, it's not really a spoiler. You don't know why he's there.
Of course I know why he's there. I know the fucking story of Metal Gear Solid. I know why he's there. Okay. It doesn't matter. I'll get to that in a sec anyway. The thing is, right, so Kojima said, oh yeah, we want this a new voice actor to grow with Snake. And everybody took this as code as, we've made David Hayter too big, we don't want to pay his fee anymore.
Yeah.
Then they get Kiefer Sutherland, who now, Kiefer, he does good voices, and that's cool.
But he costs a fortune.
He costs a lot more than David Hayter. David Hayter's been giving all these cryptic tweets there just before E3, going, oh, I feel laryngitis coming on, oh, I think my voice is going, and all this stuff. I'm thinking, wait a second. They're not getting a new actor to grow as Snake is. Snake has already grown and is old in The Phantom Pain. Hayter is going to do something else, I reckon. I reckon Hayter's going to be in it, and the last boss will be Solid Snake, or like fucking Big Boss will be killed, because the Snake you play in Phantom Pain is Big Boss.
Yeah.
So I reckon he might die at the end of it at the hands of Solid Snake, who's voiced by David Hayter. David Hayter's going to be in it somewhere. I'm calling that now. He's going to be in it. Because Kojima knows what he's at.
He was giving a bit of shit on Twitter as well about it, though, wasn't he?
I was just saying, he was doing that stuff. Like, oh yeah, I'm getting laryngitis. Oh no, the fans are going to be disappointed.
He was giving out about it a bit as well. I don't know if
that was
before that or after.
That was the thing where he was like, "Would you guys hate it if I wasn't the voice of Snake?" That could be part. Look, Kojima set up a whole different studio based in Norway to fucking sell this fucking thing. Come on, a tweet is nothing. Much like the story of Metal Gear Solid, there's something much greater at work here. I'm telling you, it's probably this is where we find out that the Metal Gear Solid games are actually all real, and that the Patriots have been paying Kojima to make Metal Gear Solid over the years.
Yeah, like plugged out.
Yeah,
like there's something like the fucking Matrix. You've been living in fucking Kojima's world the whole time. Oh my god, no!
Everything that happened is actually factually true.
And written and directed by Hideo Kojima.
Yeah. But wait, it was all a lie.
on a tablet.
Oh god. Oh yeah, you saw that thing about as well. Like you linked me that article there earlier.
Oh, about Metal Gear?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
he
was
said
that again?
something about tablets as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know, it was, creating your own missions in Metal Gear 5.
But is that what
Because
he
it's open
truly
world.
actually said? Because, like you did say, he does.
Yeah, he's not great at getting his Japanese across into English. Translating, that's what I'm trying to say.
He doesn't have a great grasp. So.
I don't even have a great grasp.
Well, we know that.
But yeah, God knows what he means. I think that's what he means anyway. That you could kind of make your own missions or something like that. But God knows, you don't know. He was on about what? He was on about a game, The Division, as well. That The Division makes him want to make Metal Gear Solid 5 a little bit better or something or different.
Well, The Division just look. It looks awesome, but I still can't.
We've mentioned The Division. We haven't actually talked about it that much. But go on, yeah.
I'm just about to say, yeah. The Division, I think, is too good to be true, nearly, and it's a fucking Tom Clancy game.
Yeah, I hate Tom Clancy.
Me too. Ever since Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
some people out there might have liked Rainbow Six. Fuck Rainbow
really
Six. It's not that I don't mind difficulty. I just thought it was stupid. Just oh yeah, your guy's dead now. I'm permanently dead. Like, it's not that I don't like tactical based shooters. Like, it's just when they're dumb, they're dumb.
I thought it was really hard at the time. No, I wasn't really that much into first person shooters at the time, to be honest. But maybe it was
What did you play it on? Did you play an Xbox?
I don't know what the fuck I played it on. I remember it, and I remember it being hard as hell.
I got Rainbow Six way back in the day in a pack with Delta Force, and Delta Force is basically what was there before Arma was. Delta Force was that massive open world, you're running in a field and then you get sniped for no apparent reason kind of game. It's crazy, but
yeah, this doesn't look like your typical Tom Clancy game, though. Doesn't look like
at all. Well,
anything
it's a near future kind of thing.
Yeah, it looks really good.
But then again, everything looks really good, and everything always looks really good at E3. I'm sorry, I'm skeptical.
It's the little details, though. Did you see the little bullet holes in the glass and the sound and everything? Oh, I was like, so sexy.
But still.
Yeah, okay, yeah. A lot more has to be seen of it before judgment can be called, because... Yeah, but then you see, last year they done what's the other big game from Ubisoft? Fucking can't think of the name of it.
Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs, yeah, they done Watch Dogs last year, and everybody was thinking the same as we're thinking.
Look, they've done a shit ton more though on Watch Dogs, and like and that's another thing with tablet fucking integration. Though I will say one thing about the tablet integration on that is it looks kind of cool. In the sense that, like, okay, you've got the map, and you can see where the guy is. But the thing I liked about it, it wasn't like the thing, like you can knock out power or whatever in the city. Because I just know you're going to get somebody join in on a tablet, and instead of knocking out power or whatever it is to fucking help you, they're going to fuck about, and they're going to like, yeah, he could do this thing, but then you're going to have like a completely different plan, and they're going to fucking scupper you. Like, I saw you can like activate traffic bollards. Yeah, like, you're probably going to end up fucking the player over with those.
Dude, if I can play this game and pull out my Android phone and knock the power out on my Android phone, then that's good integration.
You can do that apparently, but if I can pull out my Android phone,
if
I can pull out my Android phone and activate traffic bollards, meaning you get caught and killed, then I'll be rather happy, and that's good
because
integration.
You can take your phone out in the actual game as well. I think that would be cool. I
and
like that.
Another thing I liked as well was the person on the tablet in the video they showed. But the person on the tablet in the video they showed, they typed "well done," and the nearest billboards just had the message from the tablet user saying "well done."
Oh, that's savage.
Oh yes, that was really, really cool. I like that.
Cool. Now, hey, I'm talking about it like it's cool, but I probably wouldn't use it. Well, why would I use a mobile phone to knock off the traffic lights when I can just click it?
What did I just say? If you're playing Watch Dogs, if I see you in Steam playing Watch Dogs, I'm going to log on to my Android phone and I'm going to put up traffic bollards, meaning that you crash your car.
You'll have a shortcut to fuck William up button.
yeah, exactly. Like hold 5, and like the nearest thing that can go wrong will go wrong. I have fuck William up on speed dial.
Okay, I think we'll leave it at this. We'll talk about games we played maybe then on the next.
Yeah, we will next time. Yeah, like I was saying at the start, like an hour ago now. We get to it later, and later turns out is going to be in like another week or two. So yeah. Oh yeah, we're going to try and do this like every couple of weeks when we've got some stuff to talk about, whatever games. Yeah. We're going to try and have a bit of a format as well. This is a bit of a special case because E3 just happened, but we've got other stuff
we are a special case.
We are special.
We're very
cases.
special.
We're very special. We are the special ones. But we do have. There's a couple more things coming up soon enough, isn't there? There's like. Oh God, I heard of something. Oh God, I heard there was like another thing on soon, and I can't fucking remember what it was. There's Rezzed.
Rezzed, yes.
Rezzed is on. Fucking
at the same time.
Yeah. Well,
Daisy
did you just go to RPS or something? Yeah, Daisy would be added. There'd be a ton of indie stuff added, so that'd be good. I really want to see.
Mostly what PC in.
Well, it's ran by RPS, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah.
Well, it's advertised heavily on there all the time.
So it'll all be about RPS's new game.
Yeah, the Sir, You Were Being Hunted. Yeah. We must talk about that again next time. But look, yeah, we'll leave it till there. Till then, whatever words. So till next time, have a nice day, and don't let Willie invade your nightmare as much
by pressing 5.
5.
Hold 5. I'll hold 5.
Oh, Paul! By the way, this is where we're mentioning now.
We're mentioning the real.
We're mentioning the actual Paul. We're supposed to be
Paul.
mentioning. Yeah. So, hi, Paul.
He's probably expected us to tell a load of stories about him or something like that.
No, we just say his name, Paul. There you go.
Yeah, you're mentioned.
What do you want, a fucking medal?
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Paul. Right. Anyway.
Good luck.
Good luck.